75% of homeowners without a mortgage spend less than 20% of their income on housing. Did you get that from my last video? Did you see or understand the importance of this? 75% of you who have your mortgage paid off spend less than 20% of your income on housing, according to the Census Bureau, the Current Population Survey. And with the CPS, the Current Population Survey, we know it's undercounting income on top of that regarding IRA distributions and whatnot. Anyway, you see how this is so important. Let's say I have a mortgage of $2,000 a month for housing. Let's say my housing costs are $2,000 a month to include a mortgage, for simplicity. Let's say I make $50,000 or $5,000 a month. There you go. All right, so I got $60,000 coming in, $24,000 going out the door. That means I'm netting before taxes or anything else. Just straight arithmetic here. $36,000 net of a mortgage. All right, $36,000, $3,000 a month. Let's say my mortgage cost of my housing, that $2,000 a month is my housing cost. Let's say it costs $1,000 a month, principal and interest of that $2,000. You hear me? So now my mortgage is paid off. I still get housing costs, but my housing costs are now $12,000 or $1,000 a month, as opposed to what? As opposed to $2,000 a month. All right? Still making $60,000 a year. So now, by $60,000 a year, net of housing costs is $48,000 or $4,000 a month. So by having my mortgage paid off, I increased my net income by 33%. Pretty interesting. Now, let's do this even better. Let's say I only needed $36,000 a year to live on. I did not need $48,000, $50,000, or even $60,000 a year. I just needed 36. All right. So now I was netting $36,000 before, when I had a mortgage at $2,000 a month. I had $60,000 coming in, $24,000 going out. I netted $36,000, not taxes or anything. We're just using that for example. Paid off my mortgage. I still have some housing costs, but instead of being $24,000, it costs $12,000. All right. Now, how much do I need as income to keep my lifestyle the way I want it? I only need $48,000. So my income drops, if I wanted to, from $60,000 to $48,000. But because my mortgage is paid off, I'm exactly where I was before. I'm still taking $36,000 a year take home, net of my housing cost. What does that mean from a tax perspective? Huge. What does that mean from a reducing sequence of return risk? Huge. What does that mean for stress? Huge. Not only do I save myself the cost, I have more flexibility to reduce my income if I need. And now, if we go back to the homeowners, 75% of homeowners spend less than 20% of their income on housing if they don't have a mortgage. Now, what does that tell you? Well, that's why I'm here. It tells you a lot of those homeowners actually have less income as well as less expenditures. Because it just talks about income, man. You see what I'm saying? So, going back to the example. Guy A of $60,000 of income, $24,000 of housing costs. Guy B of $48,000 of income, $1,000 of housing costs. They're literally at the same place. They're at $36,000 of net income. But if your mortgage is paid off, you need less net income. I tell you, man, talked to a guy the other day. He's only 42. He's got a mortgage locked in, I think, 2.5 to 30 years out near Seattle. You know, his wife is real young. I think like 30 or something like that. And he's like, I'm not paying off the mortgage. I get it, dude. 100%. You know, cash, liquidity is king. He's putting on a brokerage account. He's self-employed. He's kicking ass, this guy. Anyway, cash is king. Liquidity is king when you're building. When you're spending, on the other hand, no. Whole different ball game, man. The days of accumulation are behind you. Now it's the days of decumulation, spending it down. The best way to avoid sequence of return risk is to reduce the expenditures you have. How to reduce the sequence of return risk? Reduce the expenditures. What's the best way to reduce expenditures? Pay off your mortgage. And that, my friends, is a fact. Love to hear your thoughts. We'll see you.